see for new nurses, like it's always at the beginning. Like most of the time is at the beginning of a job. That's like you try to get used to, like you try to learn so many things at the same time while you try to like get situated um to the new job, the new schedule, the new flow while you're working on the unit, and yeah, it's just like all at the same time for the first. So on my unit, and also like on the level of the care that I work on
Mhm.
my unit, is they give us like 10 weeks of orientation. So like during that time I just try like to get like as much knowledge, as much skill hands on as possible, because like by the week 10, I mean, I can ask for extension like
Mhm.
for 1 or 2 more weeks, but then like I still have to like get all of those skill knowledge as soon as possible. So it's
Mhm.
like by the time that I'm done with my orientation, I'm gonna be going solo, and that's where like like, a lot more things coming up, and then I don't know. It's just like it take time for sure, but I'll say it's like the obstacle from the beginning is just try to get like settled in with the new position, and then try to like learn from everyone. So it's just like a lot of learning from the
I can
beginning.
imagine.
Like, but by the time's going on, you still have like stuff to learn, but like you already have your flow,
Yeah.
so that when you start your job, you have that experience already. So it's make a little bit easier. But yeah. Oh, and I mean, he's been great. On all aspect from the beginning up until now. Like he helped me with like so much stuff. So I know that at first like he was very excited that I decided to sign a contract and to work for Greenstaff. And then after that, he always like like checking with me to see how I'm adjusting to the new living situation. The same thing with the new job, and also like checking with me on the process. Um, I thought that like as the job of his position as recruiter, he's just gonna stop at like try to get me to start with the company and that's it. But like throughout the process, throughout until this time, he's still like checking with me, make sure that everything is in line, and then yeah. So I think that's I'll say that like he's awesome. Actually, I consider myself lucky with the situations going on right now, because like other fellows that coming up, they face delay, but for me, essentially, I just have to like like ask a lot of question about the process so I can understand it. So that's why I can like work with Mark, the lawyer. I mean the attorney, to work on the paperwork, and then like when to file it as soon as possible. So I'll say I did like look back and then calculated the time that since I started the like to submit the paperwork up until the point that I get my permanent residency card, it took about 6 months. So I say it wasn't too bad, and like most of the time you just have to wait and be patient
Yeah.
until you get the notice from the USCIS and do all of the fingerprints, and yeah. I'll say I was in San Diego, right? So it's like it's sunny city, stuff like that. You have like stuff to do, going to the beaches within 15 minutes and all. And then when I look up to look up on the website, I mean on the internet about New Hampshire and everything, and then the location specifically here close to the hospital, I was like, wow, it's like in the middle of nowhere, and there's like a giant hospital. I was a little bit like skeptical because I never really lived in like I'd say like live far from the city, like too far from the city like this. But then like when I came here at first, and then started like to get uh I'll say that like to find out about stuff around here is actually not too bad, and then it's not like too crowded or too busy in the like in those cities. So actually give me more pace like to focus on myself and on my job. So yeah, give me like time to actually like you give me some time to actually like focus on the new job, and
Yeah.
like if I want to do like further studying for my career as well. So I think that's the plus about this new place. Let's say I remember that was like all the way from the beginning, like before I even like tried to sign a contract, right? Because that I did try to like ask Piyush to like if I can have a chance to talk to Mark,
Yeah.
and we did have the meeting before everything happened. And we talked about process and then how his he was going to like start with the process and help me fill out the paper and how he gonna submit that, guide me through everything, so that will actually make a good impression, because I wasn't sure about this process either. I mean, I only knew about people done this on
Yeah.
the
I can
internet,
imagine.
like through the
Mm.
Facebook and everything. So it's just like I
Mm.
didn't meet anyone in person that actually like so I was a little bit skeptical, but then after
Mm.
talking and then like go through everything, do a little, like a ton of research on the internet. So actually, like, I feel like a little bit easy about like, um, okay, I have trust on these guys, and then
Yeah.
that's when I started like sign a contract and started my job, and yeah, just like, and then like passing on to November's when I first started with like filing for my first form. I think it's only
Yeah.
140. Yeah, so that actually like I've been so during that process, I just been like trying, consistently been in contact with Bius and Mark, just
Yeah.
try to like to see like I follow every step. Yeah,
Right.
and I think that like I've been in contact with Mark like very often, like every couple month or so, just to like get the check up on my status and to see if I need to submit any paper or if he need me to provide it any further information or something like that. Yeah. Uh, I was studying for my nursing in San Diego, California. Yes. I mean, uh, I was like offer with other facility in California from other agencies too. But then like when I look up do some research on those hospital compared to the option I got from Greenstaff, it's just like the whole different aspect. So I just see that
Gotcha.
like that much is really good institution that to start up with. So it's more like I think about the foundation of the institution, and it's just like because it's a teaching hospital and it has like the new grad programs. So I think it's like more they had more reputation on that aspect for new nurses. So yeah, just making like my research and then to see like if it's really um really can help me with the with like to start my career. Yes, so I'll say like everyone is different. My uh, again, I consider myself lucky again because like I came here after so my cousin from family already came here and then they started their journey. So I just like basically followed the steps. But for like someone just like like all new to America, I'll say that they just have to like do a lot of research and then prepare for uh just basically like the education pathway that to get to the career that they want. So it's like try to like decide it what they want to study. And I mean like they can come here and to decide that, but it's just gonna take a little bit more time, to try to figure out like what you like. But for
Yeah.
especially like for nursing, I'll say that like you have to also like try to get into other program before you can become a registered nurse, like try to be a CNA, so like nurse assistant, to try to see if you actually like nursing. And also like you have to like find where you can like which school that you want to go to, and also like the state that you can go to, so you can like afford first the tuition, second is like living expenses, and then the third one is that actually you can commute between point A to point B, because like it's in America. It's like only in the city that you can have like access to public transport. But then in places like New Hampshire, like here, there's not a lot of public transport, and then you have to have a car. That's another thing to consider. So I think just like have to be very prepared, for like not just the studying and also but for the living as well in the US.